Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to talk about this Jaime Munguia Demetrius Ballard fight coming up this weekend because I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. Truth be told, it's not a matchup that I'm like the most excited about. Not because I think it'll be a bad fight, but just because and I really want to send this message to Demetrius Ballard. So like, if anybody in his team or anybody who's his friend sees this video, please send this to him because I think if he doesn't know this, he needs to know this. Okay, this is information he needs to know, and I want to really drive this home. Demetrius Ballard is not going to get a decision under any circumstances in Mexico because that's what this fight is. This fight with Munguia is taking place in Mexico, so he really is against all odds. He's fighting in Tijuana. He's been fighting in Tijuana, Mexico. So there's absolutely no way if this fight is close, or even if it's not close, even if he outboxes Munguia like 8-3, 8-4, like 116, 112, or 117, 111, he is not going to get a decision. I want to just make that perfectly clear. So Ballard, you got to go in there and throw some combinations. You got to go in there and fight. You got to go in there to knock this dude's block off because I'm going to tell you this. Munguia is 38-0. Golden Boy Promotions has a lot of big plans for him. And they're not going to let some random American fighter get a decision in Mexico at the expense of one of the top cash cows in the company, because Golden Boy has been protecting Ballard a long time. He's been number one contender for Demetrius Andrade for a lot of years in the WBO. He refused to fight him. So, the question isn't about, can Ballard win the fight? Because he's not getting a decision. It's a foregone conclusion that he is not getting a decision in Mexico. I'm telling you straight up, it's not. Because we seen years ago, Demetrius Ballard, if you never watched this fight, go watch this fight. We seen years ago when Dennis Hogan went to Mexico and beat the shit out of Munguia, clearly beat him. Back when Munguia was at 154, we saw Dennis Hogan clearly beat Munguia, and he should have been crowned the world champion. And they did not give the fight to Dennis Hogan. It was one of the worst robberies of 2018. So you can't expect to get a decision because there really is no incentive for Golden Boy Promotions and the powers that be in boxing to give Demetrius Ballard a decision. You know what I'm saying? So the question we got to ask is, can Demetrius Ballard actually knock out Jaime Munguia? Now, Ballard's coming into this fight with 21 wins, no losses, so he's undefeated, and he's got a draw. But truthfully speaking, he really hasn't fought like anybody too good. I mean, the most recognizable name on his resume maybe is Falcao, the Yamaguchi Falcao, or maybe Paul Valenzuela. I saw his last fight with Paul Valenzuela Jr. And Paul Valenzuela Jr. was super, super awkward. But I feel like Ballard did what he had to do to win the fight, but Ballard still could have got him out of there. And Ballard was a very well accomplished amateur. This is a guy that was National Golden Gloves champion. Came pretty close to making the 2012 Olympic team from what I remember reading about him. And yeah, he's talented, no doubt about it, but he hasn't really been able to put that talent together yet in the professional ranks against top opposition. Part of that reason is because he hasn't really fought any top opposition. So now is his chance to show what he can do. Ideally, you'd like it to be under better circumstances, but he's fighting a guy in Munguia who, I think Munguia is getting better. Munguia, for all the protecting and babying that Golden Boy is doing for him, Munguia is getting better. He showed it in his last fight against Rosado. He showed a nice stiff power jab. He showed the ability to be the Munguia of old that can fight, but he's becoming a little bit more defensively responsible. So, Munguia is looking at becoming that world champion, a two-division champion, a middleweight champion in the near future. And, under the guidance of Eric Morales, they haven't changed Munguia. He's still the same Munguia that comes forward and throws lots of combinations and comes to knock your lights out. But Munguia is now a more well-rounded fighter. He's more of a complete fighter. He's more of a guy that can box if he needs to. He's got a good power jab. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Ballard does in this fight. It's really his chance to go in there and show something of himself because I'll be honest, the Paul Valenzuela Jr. fight, he won it, but I wasn't really impressed. He's got talent, but he's gonna really need to put it together in a great way. Like, I'm talking about Ballard. You better go in there and throw 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. I'm talking about double straight right hands. I'm talking about double left hooks to the body. I'm talking about, jab straight right hand, left hook. I'm talking about uppercut, left uppercut. Right uppercut, left hook to the body, jab. I'm talking about all kinds of different combinations. You need to really put it together in this fight, because if you think you're gonna go in there and get a decision against Jaime Munguia in Mexico, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not trying to discourage Ballard or anybody, but I have to be real. We have to be real here on Truth. We have to be real. We have to be honest. We have to be transparent about what his realistic chances are of winning the fight. We know he can box. We know that. Against a guy like Munguia, he'll probably be going in there looking to box. But I'm telling you this right now: you fighting in Tijuana, Mexico, you cannot be going in there looking to outbox him and then hope that you get a decision and then claim robbery. No, fuck that. Go in there, box him for a couple rounds and get your range down. And in the middle rounds, you gotta come in there and fight. Come in there and fight this man and see what he's about. Show him what you're about, straight up. So yeah, man. If Munguia wins this fight against Ballard, which he should. He's potentially sound it out, BT. Potentially looking at fighting the winner of Johnny Beck Alamcoli versus Esquivio Falcao, as they're gonna fight for the interim belt. So a lot of things happening at 160. It's crazy how once Demetrius Andre moves from 160, now 160 is gonna get some movement and some fights are gonna start happening. We're gonna start finding out who's who in this weight class. So that's just my little take and my initial thoughts on Demetrius Ballard versus Jaime Munguia. I will be live for this fight. Best wishes go out to the American fighter, Demetrius Ballard. I'm rooting for you. It's a tall task to go into Mexico and beat Munguia, but, I'm letting you know what you need to do. And hopefully somebody in your team has let you know what you need to do. So, yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here. Boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.